The final individual, she goes to the University of California, Riverside. Her name is Cindy Lyles, and I'd like to have you give a warm welcome to Cindy, and she'll read her essay.
Hi, thank you. I'm kind of nervous, but I don't have anything really corny to start off with. I'd like to thank John and Stacy for giving me this opportunity. And I'd also like to thank my roommate, who's not here, but she's the one who kept threatening me, forcing me to write this essay for the scholarship. So I had to give a shout out. Sorry. Okay, so I'll start. I am an environmentalist. I thought I would grow up to be an engineer like my parents, or impress everyone by going through med school to become a doctor. The truth is, my interest in the environment is not only institutional, it's personal. I grew up in a small Bay Area town with a lake in my backyard. I could literally dangle my feet off my dock into a body of water, rocking to paddle boats and schools of fish. I never realized how lucky I was to be able to swim, fish, boat, kayak, or sunbathe just by opening the back door to my house. I took water for granted until I moved down to Southern California to attend University of California, Riverside, and could not find the river in Riverside. I was and still am intrigued by the environmental differences across our state. How can half of the state be in desperate need of water and the other half be mindlessly swimming in it? I craved to understand this precious natural resource. I started reaching out to agencies, private and non-private organizations, student clubs, and research labs to uncover answers. Instead of open doors, I was turned away for being too young, inexperienced, or unprofessional. I did not let rejection faze me, and soon enough, the Inland Empire Waterkeeper brought me aboard to intern with their nonprofit organization. The Waterkeeper is a small group working to protect and preserve the Santa Ana River watershed through education and advocacy. I had found the river in Riverside. It was the first position I ever held in my field, but my supervisor helped introduce me to the business, politics, and economic side of the environment. Understanding the science associated with water is only a fraction of the knowledge one needs when addressing real water issues. I was assigned to review an environmental impact report, a legal document required by the California Environmental Quality Act, in hopes to minimize the effect a project will have on the environment. This particular report related to expanding a section of the 91 highway and included details of the highway construction and the exact acreage affected. The expansion would erase acres of riparian habitat, tributary waterways, and grassland. But relative to the size of the project and surrounding areas, these acres were considered insignificant. I was outraged. Urbanization has been slowly chopping away at local watersheds, and once the construction is completed, we cannot get those natural resources back. I have gotten a taste of everything with the Inland Empire Waterkeeper. I learned how to use website editing software and water analysis equipment. I took high school science classes on field trips to inform students about the watershed and how to get involved. I helped facilitate community cleanups along portions of the river with schools, prisons, and other agencies. I found my voice at interagency meetings and learned when to listen. The Waterkeeper molded me into a true environmentalist. Not just a fanatic, but a professional and intelligent environment enthusiast. This internship gave me the courage and confidence to apply myself professionally. The following summer, I was accepted by the Environmental Protection Agency and National Aeronautics and Space Administration to work on several projects that specialized on the scarcity and importance of water, waste, and energy on small, isolated communities. I took the knowledge I had learned from both my college courses and internship and ended up gaining recognition for my work. This past quarter, I have been continuing my quest for environmental knowledge. I recently was hired as a student assistant at the Center for Environmental Research and Technology, a UCR environmental engineering lab. I am working with the Sustainable Energy Systems Lab and have been fortunate to receive an opportunity to do independent research on renewable fuels. My experiences are leading me closer to not only the career I want after graduation, but to who I want to be. I still dedicate time to the Inland Empire Waterkeeper because without its help teaching me how to walk on water, I would not be where I am today.